page 14 of the calendar, Senate Bill 171 by Senator Gudger, related to the sweet potato, BR pending.
Mr. President,
Senator Gudger.
I'd like to pass the BR if I could, please, sir, using existing rule without objection.
All right, any objection? Hearing none, so ordered.
Mr. Albritton, Mr. Williams.
Mr. President. 27 ayes, 0 nays. The BR is adopted. Secretary, call the bill.
On page 14 of the calendar, Senate Bill 171 by Senator Gudger, relating to the sweet potato.
Senator Gudger.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill is a great bill for the state of Alabama, and it's not very often that we get to come up here and talk about good, yummy food anyway, and so that's what we're doing today, but I'll yield to my colleague across the way.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Sorry, Senator Roberts.
Question for Senator Tater.
You're recognized.
I'd like to understand a little bit more about this bill, if you would, please, sir.
I would love to tell you a little bit more about this bill. This started from a homeschool teacher in Harvest, Alabama, and her homeschool group, teacher Kristen Smith. They were studying Alabama history and government. And so to study a little bit more about this, they started talking about the bicentennial a few years ago and the state fruits and the state foods that were included in Alabama's history. And they came to a huge conclusion that we were missing something. And what we were missing was the state vegetable. So they've ended up doing more and more research, trying to figure out what is Alabama known for in the past and in the history of Alabama. Collard greens? No. Okra? Not so much, even though they're good. The sweet potato they landed on. And so by landing on the sweet potato, they did a little bit of research, Senator Roberts, and part of that is, why should that be the state vegetable? And I'll read off a couple things if you want me to.
That'd be great.
Thank you, Senator Roberts. First, it's an essential part of the Southern cuisine. Second is because of the soil in the state of Alabama allows them to grow quickly and abundantly. The Food Network in previous years said the sweet potato fluff at Pruitt's Barbecue in Gadsden, Alabama is one of those most amazing eats in the world.
Not yet.
There's a Sweet Potato Association, which, by the way, the president is Casey Smith out of Coleman County. The sweet potato is also a superfood. I don't know if you knew that or not, right?
I did not know that.
But the superfood has vitamins and antioxidants that will prevent and even slows the growth of cancer. And so, the Asia Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition researchers found that eating a medium-sized sweet potato gives you the nutritious vitamin A nutrients, and just like sweet potatoes, could possibly protect people from even lung cancer. So that's just a few of the reasons, anyway, that I'm up here today, Senator Roberts.
You said this came about as a result of a homeschool group.
This is a result of the homeschool group and a teacher, Kristen Smith, that are watching us live today. And just to go one step further, in 2002, from a classroom and a teacher down in Baldwin County came the blackberries, which is the state fruit, in 2002.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You feel comfortable now, Senator Roberts, to give me a yes vote here in a minute?
I do, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Mr. President, Senator Elliott.
Thank you very much for recognizing me. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate my colleague bringing this bill. I'm sure my colleague knows that in 2019, Baldwin County was the #1 producer of sweet potatoes in the state of Alabama. Big deal for us, and this is a great bill, and we're glad to have it.
Thank you, sir. I want to make sure you know that you did have the trophy then, but now the trophy is back in Coleman County where it belongs, which is the #1 producer of sweet potatoes in North Alabama. But I appreciate you holding on to us for a year until we can bring it back north.
You know, I'd heard the census data wasn't quite out yet, so we may have to check on that before
we'll check when those numbers come in.
Pass the trophy. I wondered, and since we have long held the trophy for the #1 producer of sweet potatoes in the state, if you knew the varieties of sweet potatoes.
The varieties of sweet potatoes. I do know the varieties of sweet potatoes. There are 5 actual varieties, just so you'll know that anyway. The Beauregard, the Hernandez, the Jewel, the O. Henry, and wait, there's one more, The White Delight.
The White Delight. Well,
Those are the 5 varieties, sir.
While I'm not confident of the 2009 or 2020 numbers yet, I am confident that should that trophy move to Coleman County from Baldwin, that it is in good hands. So
It's a good hands. There is no doubt about that, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Elliott. Senator Singleton.
Mr. President, George Washington Carver will be rolling over in his grave knowing that 2 Caucasian Americans is up here talking about who got the best done sweet potatoes in the world. George Washington Carver will be proud of you guys.
Thank you very much, anyway. It's a good day for all of us.
It is. You know, it's really interesting because, you know, when you just naming 5, but do you not know that in Tuskegee that they still grow a strand of the George Washington Carver potato?
I did not know that. If it was not those 5 that are right there, I did not.
Without a
There's
doubt.
6 total.
They grow several different kinds. They grow, I'm going to get the names of all of the ones that they do for in
Let me have them so I can put in my notes. I would appreciate that, Senator. Thank you.
Will. They grow several different strands of the George Washington potato.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate that. I did not know that, so that's information I can keep in my notes for as we move this bill, hopefully through this chamber and going down to the House.
So I do a little small farming myself, and I like to grow sweet potatoes. Where can I get a few of those good slips from? Because at the end of the day, you know, I could only find Beauregards. And that seemed to be the bunny plant brand. That's all that they're growing. And I would definitely love to have at least a couple of different kinds of strand that you all grow up there.
Well, there is a sweet potato association in the state of Alabama, but some from Coleman County are Crest Farms, Burmaster Farms, Pleasant View Farms, Haynes Farming, Sermon Farms, Penny Farms, Jeffrey Farms, and WW Farms, and I believe that big guy right behind you, Senator Sessions, right there, grows a few himself, but I'll bring you some down from North Alabama if you switch me some out from where you are, sir.
Well, I was going to come over, and I would love to come up and purchase some of them.
I would love to have you up there. We'll take you out and we'll go eat some sweet potatoes and all the different varieties of foods you can make from the sweet potato.
Awesome. Well, I'm not going to hold your bill up. I just wanted y'all to know that George Washington Carver will be proud of you today.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Senator Singleton.
Some on the roll. Yeah, please put me on the roll. I'm sorry.
All right, I know we got a lot of people that want to speak on this. I want to make sure I get to everyone.
Mr. President, I don't know if Senator Gudger knows this or not, but the Barfoot family in Montgomery County at one point in time back in the 80s, I feel certain was the largest sweet potato growers in Montgomery County.
Well, that is interesting fact there. I'm going to put this also in there, but I'm glad that you're my sweet mate, so you maybe can get with your family and bring me some sweet potatoes, and I'll bring you some from up north. How about that?
That was a long time ago. We farmed on Lion Creek and pumped some water. Hope that's not violating any of ADM stuff, but pumped water on about 10 acres of sweet potatoes, and I don't remember the variety other than when you pulled them out of the ground and rubbed them on your blue jeans and just took a big old bite right then. So,
how many generations ago was that?
Oh, that was Daddy's age. That was when I was a little boy. So
one generation or 2 generations.
Yeah, that's right. But Barfoot was sweet potatoes farmers before it became the state vegetable, before it became cool. So we're with you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And your vote.
Thank you, Senator Barfoot. Anyway.
Mr. President, I believe at this time I would ask for final passage of Senate Bill 171 using the previous roll without objection. And I'd like to speak 1 second after that, please, sir.
All right, any objection? Hearing none, so ordered.
Mr. Albritton. Mr. Williams.
28 ayes, 0 nays. Senate Bill 171 passes. Senator Gudger, you're recognized for appointed personal privilege.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due. Senator Butler is right here that brought us the bill. Senator Orr and Senator Gavan and Jones all co-sponsored, but I wanted to make sure they had this bill 2 years ago, and with COVID last year, they were able to give it to us for the Sweet Potato Festival that we have every year. This is our 25th year in Coleman County for the Sweet Potato Festival, and just wanted to make sure everybody knew about it. Thanks so much, Mr. President.
Thanks, Senator Gudger. Secretary, call the next bill.